Hi, welcome. Welcome to the nosy edition of this channel. So, as you can see from the title, this is about what is your person hiding. But today's reading is going to be a little bit different because this is not just going to be what are they hiding, but also versus what do they want you to know. And I know I didn't include that in the title because I kind of like made the title more familiar to people, but basically, this is going to be like a double reading going on in here. So you will have the chance to know what are they hiding, and at the same time, you will also have the chance to know what do they want you to know. So that's a pretty win-win situation in here, right?
Wow.
But this is pretty much the cliche thing in here where do they have secret feelings, or do they have someone else? Are they cheating?
Oh, no.
Do they have they already moved on? Whatever the case may be, I'm kind of like hoping though that the situation is going to be a little bit different and a little bit unique, just so it's not going to be something cliche for people. But again, whatever the case may be, we will feel or we will spill the fucking beans of these people. Although I still don't have any single idea of how this reading is going to turn out to be. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I am trying my best not to stutter in this video, but yeah. Some people actually misinterpret my stuttering part like I'm very nervous, but in fact, it's not that I'm nervous about things. It's more likely kind of like me having problems with my throat chakra, basically.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I still don't have any single idea of how this reading is going to turn out to be, but whatever the case may be, we will see later. But before anything else, before we get into the choices and into the reading, because I know all of you are kind of like,
Where are the choices?
and patience is a fucking virtue. So you should learn how to wait. You should learn how to be patient about things. But yeah, I have something else to say in this introduction aside from that shitty introduction a while ago. So you can skip the video if you want to. That's pretty fine with me as well. But I would just like to thank Miss Shayla again for sending me these texts for this channel. So yeah, I'm not sure if she's going to watch this video, but I just can't thank her enough for the generosity, and I was not really expecting to get something like this from her or even from anyone else. And she did inform me that she did want to send me a deck, but it's kind of like hard to receive something from overseas, especially if it's a small item. So I was really, really overwhelmed and happy to receive this. And I think this is the second time that I have received a gift from someone in this channel. And I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. And not just them, but also to all the people who has been very kind and generous to me. The people who is always giving tips, money donations, and kind words and encouraging words. You don't know how much those things really matter to me big time, because despite of me being still a small tarot reader in this channel, and yes, I did say still because I know and I promised myself that I'm not going to be an underrated tarot reader. And I might sound like an arrogant bitch in here, but who cares? I know, right? But
Wow.
the thing is, I'm not really expecting something like this from people. So it really makes me happy. It really overwhelms me every time. People are just very kind to me. And I don't usually say this in this channel because I'm not the most verbal and expressive person. But it's also very important that I show appreciation and gratitude to the people that gives importance to what I'm doing, if that makes sense. And honestly, ever since I entered this tarot journey in here, I have become much more matured than before. I have basically learned a lot of things, and I have a lot more things to learn as I go on. The way I perceive things just changed drastically because it is true that once you enter spirituality, the way you perceive things, people, and situation will be in a much more deeper and higher perspective than those people who is much more focused on the material and superficial aspect of life. So, I don't know, I just feel so proud being in this community just because ever since I have become, I'm not really a complete spiritual person just yet because, I always like to balance reality and the spiritual world. But the thing is, it made me felt more liberated. Being spiritual will make you feel liberated and compassionate, or be more compassionate of other people. So that's a really big life-changing thing for me. Yeah, so I'm not going to do a flip through in here, but I'm just going to kind of like tell what I really like and love about the cards just to show appreciation. So I want to talk about this card first. I'm not sure if you can see it. The lighting is kind of dark. But yeah. So the first deck that I got is Getting Into the Vortex by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So what I really like about this deck, okay, I'm trying to figure out how I can talk without holding the microphone because I feel like you can't really hear me if I don't hold my microphone, but
A few moments later.
so what I really like about this deck, so I already opened it, but yeah. So what I really like about this deck is the fact that it is colorful, but the colors are not really overpowering or intimidating, if that makes sense. Because the colors are more leaning into the cooler tones, so it's kind of like purple-ish and bluish, which I really like. And another thing that I like about this is the fact that, I mean, every tarot card and oracle card is coded, but some cards are just matte, if that makes sense. So I like how it's actually coated and shiny in here because it just looks elegant to me. And another thing that I really like about this is the fact that, there's just really something healing and calming about this deck, which I don't usually feel from cards. I don't usually feel energy from cards, but in this one, the moment I saw this the first time, I just felt that very motherly and calming, cooling.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, like very calm and cool energy, if that makes sense. Maybe because of the art as well. So the art is just very ethereal like. But the thing is, the art of this oracle just reminds me of the faces from abstract paintings. So it also has that minimalistic touch to it for some reason, which I also really appreciate. And another thing that I noticed about this card is the fact that the messages are just very deep and kind of like odd to me. And I'm not really a fan of deep messages in oracle cards because I always want things to be straightforward, but I really thought that this is very essential and like a challenging card for me because I actually have a hard time processing information a lot. Like, I usually read stuff, but I tend to read it a lot of times before I get the meaning of it. That's just how I am. And it's not that I'm stupid or something. It's just that That's kind of like a very difficult thing for me to do. It is very informative in a very odd and weird way. So yeah, so this is pretty much very helpful for me in order to kind of like make me more assertive when it comes to things, to be more kind of like active processing information, especially when it comes to tarot. Like, I don't usually do readings on the spot because I just like feeling things first. So yeah, this one is so pretty though. The colors is so pretty. And this one as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much in this deck. So that's what I like about this deck. So the second deck that I got is, wait. So the second deck that I got is the Archangel Gabriel by Doreen Virtue. So when I saw this inside of the package, I just really got hyped up. And it's basically because there's a very shallow reason to it. And I was really wanting to buy a Doreen Virtue deck before, but I never really had the chance to buy one. And I feel like one of the reasons why is because I was not really drawn to. I'm not really impressed by the Doreen Virtue designs and art and all that kind of stuff. The content, I'm not really impressed. But like I said, there is a small reason as to why I want to have one. So it has a small guidebook in here. So what I really like about this deck is, first of all, the shallow reason is because it has a gold design at the sides of it. And I know that really sounds stupid, but I tend to be very attracted to little details about things. So although it does fade very easily as well, especially when you're not really careful with your shuffling, but I feel like that's not really going to be a big issue for me because I tend to be very careful with my cards. Like, I treat every card that I have like little children. I shuffle them very carefully, I use them very carefully. I don't like destroying them in some ways because that really makes me really mad. So what I really like about this deck, like again, I don't usually resonate with Doreen Virtue art, but what I like about this is the fact that the title is just very straightforward. And at the same time, it has a very short message at the bottom as well. And that's something that I'm always looking for in oracle cards. And speaking of tarot, I just finished learning numerology a few days ago. I don't usually learn the meanings of the cards because I always want to prove people, I always want to prove to myself that, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do that without any practice, without any learning, which is a bad habit that I have because I realized that it is very important that we learn every day. It is very important that we kind of like innovate and transform ourselves, and especially when it comes to our passion and what we really like doing. I admit for the past 3 weeks that I haven't been really uploading in this channel. I realized and learned a lot of things about myself, the things that I haven't been or I haven't discovered about myself just yet. And one of the major things that I discovered about myself, or what I should enhance about myself, is the fact that I should be confident in this channel. And as you can see right now, or maybe some people can feel, that I am trying my best to be confident in expressing myself. Although I am shaking right now, I am very nervous right now.
Wait a minute!
Some people actually misinterpret my stuttering part like I'm very nervous, but in fact, it's not really that. It's not that I'm nervous about things, it's more likely kind of like me having problems with my throat chakra, basically. But I am fighting this, demons inside of me. And it's also a new thing for me again because I really hate learning things that are related to numbers because I just don't remember things that are related to numbers, and I don't know why. I'm not really good with numbers. But I did succeeded in learning the numerology. I would say that I did a good job in learning the numerology, so I'm very proud of myself. And I actually sound like a cocky, nervous person in here right now. So that's what I noticed about this card. So for the last one that I got, and excuse me if I'm kind of like, if you find discomfort when I'm doing this because I'm just really careful with my cards. The last one that I got is the Spirit Animal Tarot by Don. Is that Brunk? Brunk? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I feel like that's pretty much the same.
Bruh.
So, yeah. So, out of all the decks that I have received, they are all my favorite, by the way, but this one is my most favorite. Aside from the big packaging in here, what I really like about this deck is the fact that it's just pretty. For me, it's just pretty. So, yeah. So, when it comes to the guidebook is big, which I really like because I think most guidebooks are kind of like small. And the major thing that I like about the guidebook is the fact that it is colored, and at the same time the meanings are very catchy. The meanings are not very boring to read, if that makes sense. Because I find most meanings in guidebooks just very boring. I don't really feel the interest to read it, but in this one, I would want to read this whenever I'm bored. So, if ever I want to gain some type of knowledge or information about the cards, I would definitely read this. So, when it comes to the tarot cards, though, what I really first noticed about this card and I really like about this card is the back part. And it's because it has this aesthetic touch to it for some reason, and at the same time, I just really like the color because it's purple. I'm not sure if this is purple or blue, I don't know, but I just really like purple. Like, I would want to name my future child to be purple, or my future dog to be purple, or my decks to be purple. I just love purple, basically.
I love you. You love me.
When it comes to the art though, what I really like about this tarot card is the fact that it reminds me of a coloring book. It reminds me of childhood, innocence, purity. I just resonate with light colors a lot. So another thing that I really like about this deck is the fact that it is consisting of a pastel. Is that pastel or pastel? But it consists of a very light color to it. It just gives me this light and calming feeling as well. I just really like when a tarot card and an oracle card has an innocent touch to it. So yeah, the art is very cute. Like, I just love the art of this one. That's why out of all the decks that I have received, this is my favorite one. And it also kind of like reflects my personality as well. So yeah. And I feel like before I even use this deck, I still need to kind of like learn the meanings of it first, because I know that as much as it seems like a very childish and innocent card to people, it has a very deep meaning to it. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm noticing about the cards in here and what I really like about the cards. So yeah, so that's pretty much all in this one. I know I've wasted some people's time in here, but I just want to be more expressive in this channel basically. So this is almost like a practice to me to be more verbal about my personal thoughts, not just about the tarot and the readings. So yeah, hopefully this made sense.
What the fuck?
I don't know if this made sense. Basically, it doesn't. But let's get on to your choices now. Okay, so if you skip the introduction, may your soul rest in peace.
Oh no!
But as you can see in here, we got 4 groups. So the first one is the crown, the second one is the turtle, the third one is the heart, and the fourth one is the peace sign. So you can pause the video if you want to. You can meditate. You can meditate on the choices if you want to as well. But we'll start off with pile number 1. So, for those who chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So, what is your person hiding versus what do they want you to know? So, I'm going to be starting off with what are they hiding first, and then I'm going to proceed to what do they want you to know afterwards. So, as you can see in here, this part in here is going to represent what are they hiding, and this part in here is going to represent your current situation with this person. Just for you guys to see if this is going to resonate or not as usual. Before anything else, I'm going to mention the cards. So you got fertility in reverse, be willing to express love to receive love in reverse. You also got the 5 of scrolls, diversity, the 6 of wands in reverse, the dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. You also got a girl with a snake, empath and narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. You also got the ace of wands and the devil. So for signs first, I'm getting fire in here, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. I'm also getting Capricorn, so earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So you could be those signs, or a person could be those signs, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm going to be starting off with the current situation first, because with your current situation, I do see that there's something newish, like kind of fresh in this connection. So it could be a new connection, but it doesn't have to be, because for some of you, this connection might be happening for a while now. I'm also getting that for some of you, you have communication with this person, and for the others half of you, you don't have any communication with this person. So this pile is pretty much flexible in here, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And again, like I said, it feels like a new connection to me just because I'm getting this very fiery, passionate, and infatuated kind of energy going on in here. But this is pretty much the, cliche thing in here in every reading where you have a very strong chemistry and connection with someone. But in this particular group, I do see that there is a lot of fiery energy, I would say.
Wow.
And I'm almost getting like the first time you met this person, the first time you saw their presence, there's this big epiphany that came into mind. It's almost like you didn't really expect this to happen. And this just made you so unstable. This connection just made you so unstable upon meeting them. And I feel like it's the same for them as well. Because I do see that this connection can be somehow very intense and very overwhelming and can be scary at times. And I would be honest that this connection does have the potential to be toxic. I mean, every connection can be toxic, whether it's a good connection or a bad connection, but the fact that it's very intense can be very unhealthy for the both of you. But so there's a lot of attraction and magnetic going on in here. I'm kind of like getting a soulmate energy in here. It doesn't have to be, but there's this underlining soul connection. And I do see that both of you are vibing with each other in some ways, and initially because both of you are kind of like on the same page as well, whether it's energetically or similar traits, similar beliefs. Like there's just something very similar between you and this person. And I feel like for some of you who is not in communication with this person and maybe trying to move on from this person, it is very hard to move on from this person, right? It's very hard to let them go because for some reason this person just keeps pulling you back energetically. And for those who are, still in communication with this person, it's just that you should know that this person is going to be really, really hard to forget, really, really hard to let go as well. So that's why it's kind of like a soul connection going on in here. But I do see that for some of you, it's not going to resonate for all of you, but I feel like 50% of you do have a very sexual and physical connection with this person. Like, you're having a lot of steamy sex with this person. I do see that. You don't have any label with this person. You're still not in a relationship, but there's something like, maybe for some of you, friends with benefits or fuck buddy or something. I don't know. I'm not really knowledgeable about those things, but there's just something really physical going on in here because there's a lot of sexual attraction. So both of you are just very compatible in here. And I do see that for some of you whose this connection is already kind of like going on for a while now, I do see that this connection is still not deep just yet as well. Like, there are some intense connections, but it's also not deep. There's a lot of fire in a connection, but there's not much watery and emotions going on in the connection. So I feel like this is the case for your pile, because even though this might be happening for a while now, whether it's a new connection, I feel like it seems like a very intense connection, but also a very shallow one, because I'm getting like a very lighthearted energy in here. So it's kind of like reinforcing to the fact that I said that this connection is very physical, very sexual in here. There's no feelings involved just yet. And yeah. And I feel like your person is contributing to that a lot, especially if you want this connection to move forward. I feel like it's not really moving forward to something deep because your person is kind of like restraining that from happening. Because what are they hiding? That is very connected. So for people who's wondering like, I want to build a stable connection with this person, I want to have a beautiful relationship with this person and have that, again, happily ever after, blah blah blah. It's not happening because I'm kind of like getting, honestly, to me, this person can come off like a player energy in here. Oh no! But I'm not getting that they are a player for some reason. Because what are they hiding is the fact that they do, if this is something very physical and sexual connection and, no strings attached kind of one, they're hiding their feelings, okay? They have developed feelings in here over time. I'm getting that. They do have those watery emotions going on, but they're not really willing to express those feelings to you at the same time. And it's not because they don't want to be with you, but it's more likely because they're the type of person who doesn't really want to go too deep, go too far when it comes to connections, because they always want things to be like no strings attached, like something very lighthearted. Because with the Six of Wands in reverse in here, I'm getting like, it's not just with you, but I feel like this is for everyone in general, where they don't really have any plans of pursuing someone in a very serious way. They're almost like, I just want everything to be lighthearted, to be fun, to be free.
I want to break free!
And because of that, this person is not really completely committing to any person that is coming in their life. And also this one, be willing to express love. I feel like, they would rather keep their feelings to themselves than express this to you. They want to keep these feelings to themselves right now. Because with the diversity in here, I'm getting like this person just wants to, again, I feel like this person is non-committal, okay? They don't like committing to people, but again, I'm not getting a player energy as well. They just don't like building something stable with people. Because when I clarified these cards a while ago, I got this impression that this person doesn't like to be restricted. This person doesn't like to give up their freedom as well. They always want to kind of like be free out there and just enjoy different people. I don't know why I'm getting like they're not a player, but at the same time, they're coming off as a player in here. Because if this Six of Wands is upright, I would understand that they are a player. But it's in reverse. So yeah, they would just like to feel that passion, that good feeling of romance, but they just don't like to be put in a cage, okay? And even in this connection that you have with this person, I feel like this person doesn't want to go too far in your connection. That's why it's so physical. And even if you don't have any physical connection with this person is just, I feel like this person just wants to flirt with you. I'm getting a lot of flirty energy as well. And yeah, with the boundaries in here, I'm getting like, even if you are very passionate and even if you are very sexual with this person, the viewer still feels like there's this distance happening in here, okay? The viewer still feels like this person might be distancing themselves from you. Like there's just something like a gap between you and this person, even though there's this intensity, there's this chemistry. So I feel like this connection might move very slowly as well, might take time to be deep in here just because this person is having issues with themselves when it comes to committing to people. I'm kind of like getting like one of the reasons why this person is not really committing to you or to anyone else is because they don't want conflict. So they're trying to avoid that conflict. So let's see, what do they want you to know? Okay, so you got heart chakra in reverse, birth, love endures, love does not give up or lose faith, love is hopeful and withstands every situation. You also got the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so this is reinforcing to what are they hiding in here. I'm kind of like getting though that even though they are hiding that they are non-committal and they don't want to kind of like be restricted, I feel like they also have this plan in here to let you know that they're not really ready to commit just yet. But before that, this person's heart chakra might be kind of like blocked right now. Pretty much one of the reasons why they're not really ready for something deep just yet. And yeah, with the birth in here, I'm getting like freedom again. So this person just really wants freedom. They want you to know they're not yet ready to open up their heart just yet to someone or to anyone, because I feel like, they just want to be independent right now. They don't want to be stuck in some situation that will only cause instability for them. You got 2 force in here, so that kind of like, means stability as well. So they want stability in their life, and they think that having a relationship with someone is the cause of destruction in their life, which is pretty much true. Like, everyone doesn't want to feel unstable, right? So this person is very much aware that love is very destructive in some sense. And I'm also getting that this person might be still immature. So this person still needs to do some inner work in here, still needs to kind of like mature in here. Whatever their age may be, I don't care if they're 60 or something, they're still immature, okay? Oh, no. So they need some healing. And I don't know why, but I'm getting like also inner child in here, inner child wounds. but there's something about inner child in here that needs to be healed. And also, with the heart chakra in reverse in here, there could be this underlining thing in here where they may have been in such destructive love connection before, and this may have kind of like resulted to this. That's why they have this blocked heart chakra. Something that is related to their past. But another thing that I'm getting in here, they do have, like, they want you to know that they do have feelings for you, that the feelings are growing in here. I do see that, but at the same time, again, with love injuries in here, I'm kind of like getting restrained from this person. So they're basically telling you that I do have feelings for you, but I would rather endure and restrain myself from telling you that I do have the feelings because I'm just not yet ready to commit, okay? With the Hierophant in reverse in here, this person is not yet kind of like fully equipped in here when it comes to emotions. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's something about not being ready. So this person will only commit to you or to anyone else if he finds himself to be ready in some ways, if he finds himself to be matured in some ways. With a Hierophant in reverse and a Birth in here only indicates to me like pretty much immaturity. So maybe this person can also sense that you do want commitment with them, but they're also aware that they can't let their feelings known to you until they get, ready, fully ready, and to be fully matured of committing with someone with all their heart. So I'm also getting that they want to continue this lighthearted connection with you. They want to have more fun with you, but not something serious just yet. So that's pretty much that I'm seeing in this reading. Hopefully this made sense. Hopefully this helped. Comment down below if you think that it resonates, and that'll be all. Bye! So, for those who chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So what is your person hiding versus what do they want you to know? So I'm going to be starting off with what are they hiding first, and then I'm going to proceed to what do they want you to know later. This part in here is going to represent what are they hiding, and this part in here is going to represent your current situation with this person. So you got foundation and achievements, ask for help, what do you really need, be willing to accept support. You also got up in the air, the Empress in reverse, engagement ring, engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. You also got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, call, person, boundaries, still angry. You also got the Three of Swords in reverse in here, and the Lovers in reverse. So for signs, I'm getting Gemini and other air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm also seeing Sagittarius. So fire, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. You could be those signs, or a person could be those signs, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm gonna be starting off with your current situation with this person first, okay? Because I feel like for the majority of you, the person that you're asking is basically your partner. And for some reason, I'm also getting friendship. So it could be romantic and friendship, whatever the case may be, just take what resonates, but I feel like it could be applicable for friendship as well. But I mean, not really like friendship as in platonic friendship. What I mean is the friendship has a romantic vibe going on in there, okay? So if you have feelings for your friend, or your friend has feelings for you, this is going to be applicable. But if it's a platonic friendship, why would you fucking watch this video? So, yeah. And again, this is a love reading. So why would you expect something platonic in here? So I'm getting that even though you are together with this person at this current moment in here, I do see that your relationship is not really balanced, and is not really stable at this point of time, okay? Maybe there's some type of conflict, arguments, or misunderstandings, miscommunications, whatever the case may be, and somehow you're just not really harmonizing. Is that harmonizing? Like, is there a word such harmonizing? But you're just not really blending well with this person currently. I don't know what you're going through with this person, but there's like a shake up that happened in the dynamic in here. And also, with the lovers in reverse in here only indicates to me that one or both of you is not really feeling happy, feeling contented, feeling satisfied, and feeling emotionally fulfilled in the relationship, whether it's friendship or romantic. There's just something lacking in there. You just feel like it's not enough. There's something missing. So I'm not really getting like a lovey-dovey feeling in your relationship right now. I feel like if something has changed in the dynamic. And also, the lovers is also represented by the Gemini, so it's all about the communication. So something about the communication in here is not really good. It's not really clear. And with the not today in here also indicates to me that even though you live in the same house, if you're married, if you are in a relationship, you feel like there is still distance between you and this person. You feel like, it's kind of like the feeling where someone is very near to you, but you also feel like they're so far from you because there's this gap happening. Just like in pile number 1, there's this feeling of distance between you and this person, not because you are in a long distance kind of thing in here. For some of you, you could be in a long distance friendship or relationship, but I'm seeing that there's this lack of expression, there's this lack of communication. And also with the Three of Swords in here in reverse only indicates to me that someone in here is hurt by the situation, someone in here is in pain by whatever is happening, but at the same time they're keeping it in. They're not expressing this. It could be you, it could be them, it could be the both of you. One person in here is trying to still make things right in here, is still trying to kind of like push this connection, push this relationship, although it's kind of like falling down. Honestly, I'm kind of like getting the other person in here. It could be you or it could be them. Is not really invested as the other person, but the other person is still trying their best to kind of like heal the situation, is still trying not to show that they're hurt by whatever is happening. They're trying to be chill about it. Like, one person in here might be kind of like snarky or snappy, and then the other person in here is almost like, okay, it's fine. Like, they're trying to act as if everything is okay, but deep inside, like, oh my god, why are they acting like that? So yeah, I know it's not funny because this is a serious thing in here, but it's just funny.
Bruh.
So yeah, so what are they hiding? Honestly, I feel like the person who is not really that much invested is the viewer, not the person that you're asking. Because at first, with the Empress in reverse in here, I was like thinking, oh my gosh, they have another person, they're cheating or something, when basically they're not really cheating. I don't see that, but it's more likely this is you, the Empress in here, regardless of your gender. The thing is, I feel like this person, again, this person is hiding that they're hurt by the situation, that they're, that they feel bad about what's happening in the connection, and they're not showing that. That's part of what they're hiding. But at the same time, this person knows that this connection is starting to be up in the air in here. They are starting to notice that this connection is not going well. This connection is changing. But all they can do is to watch it change. So it's probably one of the most painful things, because especially if you're really close to this person, everything is just changing because this person is just not, I don't know if I'm confusing myself right now.
Oh
Okay, so let me rephrase that. So your person, is basically noticing that everything is changing, like I said. And, you know, it's probably one of the things that you don't want to encounter because you are so used to being close to that person, and then in just one snap something changed because the other person in here, which is the viewer, is not really invested that much anymore. So they know that. So this person is hiding that they're not really satisfied with what they are getting in the relationship right now. They're basically not feeling happy about it, but they're not really kind of like showing this to you in some ways. So with the Empress in reverse in here only indicates to me that this person feels like you're kind of like distancing yourself from him or from them, or you're kind of like, you know, just not really fully investing your all to the connection. Maybe they're also thinking, for some of you, they might be also believing that you have someone else, or, you know, you don't have any feelings for them anymore. I just feel bad for this person for some reason, because deep inside they do want to work for this connection. They do want to kind of like make things go back to normal because they don't want to lose this connection, okay? They're kind of like still hopeful about this, that this is still going to work out. I believe that this is still going to work out if I will do something about the situation. So I feel like this person really, really wants this relationship with you. They don't want to kind of like let this be broken down just because of a small change. So I'm kind of like getting some determination from this person, but at the same time, this person might be feeling a little bit hopeless because, okay, what should I do? How can I make this work out once again? Like, maybe for some of you, they could be even asking for advice. Like, you know, they might be telling their friends or family that they're having difficulties in the relationship, and they're kind of like wanting for some type of advice how to make this work out. And for others of you, I'm getting that there's some sort of underlining desperation from this person, like, because this person is just really for the long haul when it comes to this connection. They can't let this pass, but at the same time they're having this hopelessness and they don't really know what to do. So I'm not sure if you guys have someone else, that's why you're kind of like neglecting this person. And I'm not calling you out, okay? Because some people might be thinking that I'm calling them out in my readings. I just have to say whatever I have to say. And that's what I'm seeing in here. I feel like I feel bad for this person, I would be honest. Because they're the ones who's trying to be committed in here. They're trying to invest in this relationship while the other person is not really investing that much. So I'm not sure if you guys are just busy with your work, or you have another person that you're dealing with, whatever the case may be. I feel like for some of you, maybe you should give this person a chance. Because I do see that this person really wants stability with you, and they're willing to work for it. They're even asking for some type of advice in here from other people. So let's see, what do they want you to know? Okay, so you got patience in reverse. Embrace your emotions, allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. You got on track, the King of Roses and the Queen of Cups. So this person is such a sweetie pie in here, I would say. I do see that this person is basically saying that they are so determined for this relationship to work out once again, okay? With on track in here, I'm getting that someone is willing to kind of like move mountains for you.
Whoa.
I feel like this person will try his best again and again to kind of like show that they really appreciate you, to show that you really matter to them, that you're very important. With the King of Roses in here, I'm kind of like getting someone who's, serenading someone. It doesn't have to be, but I'm getting that feeling where someone like trying to impress someone to stay. Because I do see that with the Queen of Cups in here, this person really, really loves you. Like, they don't care about other people out there. If this is a friendship of yours, like, you really mean to them, but this person doesn't really care, okay? For some reason, I'm kind of like thinking this is a male. I mean, most of the viewers are female in here, and genders doesn't really matter, but I'm getting like someone like a male in here trying to woo a female. But again, this person doesn't really give a damn about other people out there, other potential partners that they can have, and just leave you behind. They don't want that, because all they want is you. They're holding on to you very tightly with embrace your emotions, because you're their person. So if you kind of like notice that there are some little changes in their actions, if they try to be sweet to you or they try to be more nice to you, that only means that they're doing something in here to make this work out, okay? They're trying to make an effort in the relationship. I don't feel like this person is going to give up anytime soon, because I'm getting like a persistent energy from this person. They will fight for you, I would say. I'm also getting that this person might be saying that it might be cheesy, it might be embarrassing to do this, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to take an action towards this person so I won't lose them. So that's pretty much that I'm seeing in this reading. Hopefully this resonated. Hopefully this helped. And leave a comment down below if you think that it resonates. And that will be all. Bye! Okay, pile number 3. This is your reading. So what are they hiding versus what do they want you to know? So I'm going to be starting off with what are they hiding first. And then I'm going to go... Okay. What am I going to say? And then I'm going to proceed to what do they want you to know afterwards, okay? So, as you can see in here, this part in here is going to represent what are they hiding, and then this part in here is going to represent what is your current situation with this person. Just for you to see if this is going to resonate or not, as usual. So you got memories of love in reverse, appreciate this moment, the 5 of Horses, the Queen of Roses, the World, Axe, break up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. You also got the Tree of Cups in reverse, the Butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child, growth. You also got the 9 of Swords upright. So for signs first, I'm getting water in here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces.
Another one.
So for signs first, I'm getting Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces.
Bruh.
Right when I started this reading, I was already smiling and laughing, and I'm just trying not to kind of like make it notice to people. Where was I? So you got the signs in here, so water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and air, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So you could be the signs, or a person could be the signs, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm gonna be starting off with the current situation in here first, because basically this pile is literally fucked up, okay? So I kind of like need to solve this out much more. I would say this is much more complicated than math problems in here, because your connection is just so fucked up. But okay, so pick your role in this current situation in here, because I don't know who's who. Well, I feel like I know, because the signs in here are being indicated. But yeah. So first of all, the person that you're asking is basically someone from the past. So it could be an ex, or it could be just someone that you had a romantic connection. Something ended in here, so you don't have any contact with this person right now. Maybe for some of you, you do have contact with this person, but I feel like for the majority of you, you're not communicating with this person at this point of time because, again, it has already ended. So, I feel like one person in here has, I don't want to say has already moved on, but there's something about the other person in here that kind of like just cut this connection off, maybe trying to move on with their life, but they're trying to kind of like start a new life for themselves. They're trying to heal, they're trying to grow on their own. And then there's this other person in here that can't really accept the fact that this connection has already ended. Because I feel like one person in here, the other person is actually ascending, and then this other person in here is basically trying to, put themselves in a halt mode, trying to put themselves, I mean, it doesn't have to be that they're really stucking themselves. Honestly, I'm getting a little bit of a disconnect in here. Because I feel like, for most of you, the person that is ascending right now is the viewer. The person that is moving on right now is the viewer. Again, this could be switch. You could be the other way around. I also feel like the person that is ascending right now is thinking that, okay, I don't want to reconcile with this person anymore. Maybe because they're already having a new life for themselves. So the person that is still stuck in this connection is thinking of a renewal. They want to get back to the other person.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And they're thinking heavily about this. Almost to the point that it seems like desperation. So I'm also getting that the person that is still stuck in this connection is very messed up. Like, oh my gosh, what should I do? Like, I'm getting crazy about this. And then there's this ascending person in here, like the butterfly, wherein, like,
Bruh.
like, okay, I don't care if you want reconciliation. So this person is almost like saying, I don't care if you want reconciliation. I'm just moving on with my life. I'm a butterfly. That's... So let's just get on to what are they hiding, because I feel like I'm just running in circles in this group in here. So this is the part where something becomes conflicted, because I don't know if this is something that you would like to hear, because personally I wouldn't want to hear this out, because like, okay, this is their secret? Is this the one that they're hiding? Like, there's this energy to that where this seems like a very normal thing, okay? And at first, with the memories of love in here in reverse, I thought that this person is already moving on. That's why I kind of like got really confused. And then I suddenly got this epiphany that it could indicate that this person is trying their best to forget about you, okay? They are thinking about you a lot if they are the Nine of Swords energy in here, which I feel like they are the Nine of Swords. So for some of you, they're trying to convince themselves that they have already moved on. And for the others half of you, this person is just, trying to not think about you too much. Trying to kind of like get you off their mind because it can be too much for them, okay? But I do see that this person's secret, it's not really a secret, but this is what the cards are telling me, that they're basically just trying to focus on themselves. They're trying to forget about you. They're trying to move on because that's the only way that they can kind of like distract themselves from you. So yeah, I feel like this person is busy with their maybe career. If they're still a student, maybe they're busy with their studies. Whatever the case may be, this person is very busy with something that that is very important to them. And I feel like this person is in a good place right now. If you're kind of like worried for this person is in a good place right now, okay? A lot of good things are happening for this person with the world in here, and appreciate this moment. I feel like things are ascending and moving for this person. If you will compare this person to you, you are ascending because you want to ascend. You want to transform. This person, it's almost like the universe wants them to ascend. So good things are happening for this person, and they're appreciating that. They're trying to seize the moment in here and just focus on what's around them and not really what's gone in their life. Although it's kind of like ironic, because I do see that this person is still overthinking about you. But again, this person is trying not to, okay? They're trying their best. They're trying to start a new life for themselves as well. Even though in their mind, in their heart, you are still there, okay? And somehow I also heard that this person is focusing on the fruits of their labor. So maybe they're focusing on their success. And I also feel like this person does have a lot of admirers in here for some reason. I feel like this person does attract love around them. Like, you know, maybe a lot of people pursue this person, or just a lot of people really like this person. But there's this one individual in here, which is you. Like, you know, you are the only person that matters to them, okay? You're the only important person in their life. No one else. Like, they could get all of these, you know, options out there, but it doesn't change the fact that they're so focused on you. You are so, like, they're so in love with you.
Baby, you're my destiny.
And that sounds so cheesy, but yeah. But at the same time, they're also aware that as much as they want to kind of like, you know, keep you, like cherish you, treasure you, and to not let go of you, all they can do is to do that. All they can do is to force themselves to forget about the person that they really, really love. And it's kind of like weird, because there are similar pictures in here, like this one with the hand position. So this person just really cares about you. You're basically one of those people that has a very important role in their life. So it's almost like they might feel like their life is complete right now, but they also feel like there's something missing. There's this small puzzle piece that is missing in their life, and that could be the little butterfly in here. Which is, I just have a bad habit of making fun of people, and it's annoying, I know, but yeah. So let's see, what do they want you to know? So you got moving on in reverse, the Akashic field in reverse, miracles and blessings in reverse, and judgment. So I just figured just now that one of the reasons why I find this pile very hard to kind of like read and kind of like figure out who is taking that role or something is because both of you are kind of like mirroring in here, okay? So whatever I mentioned in the current situation, the roles can always be switched. The viewer could be someone that is still overthinking about the other person, and then the person that you're asking could be the one that is ascending and is trying to move on in their life right now. But nonetheless, I'm getting a mirroring factor going on in here. And I don't think this pile is going to be a surprising pile for pile number 3, because it doesn't seem like something that you will be surprised to hear, because it seems like you might already be kind of like aware of some of this, but whatever the case may be. This is kind of like heartbreaking in here for some reason, but I do see that with the moving on in reverse in here only indicates to me and reinforces to what I'm saying earlier, that this person is, you know, hasn't moved on from you completely. even if they try to kind of like distract themselves from you, they can't. Deep inside, they know that they're still into this connection. So that's something that they want you to know. And at the same time, with the Akashic field in here in reverse, kind of like indicates to me like this idealistic view of the connection. So this person felt like the connection is so surreal, is so magical. It felt like otherworldly as well.
Stop it. Get some help.
But they know that they should also stop being idealistic about things. They know that this has already ended. So there's no point in staying in a place where it's just built with illusions. Do I make sense? Because usually most people do this. Like, even if a connection has already ended, it's very clear. You know, I'm not trying to attack people because I'm basically one of those people before, but still, most people do this where a connection has already ended, but you still keep on watching pick a card readings, you still keep on finding for signs and synchronicities that will mean that, oh, you will have reconciliation with this person, when in fact, it's not going to happen anymore. Most people will usually imagine in their mind that there will be reconciliation, that they can feel it, they know that this still has a chance. We're kind of like living in that illusion in our minds that something still exists when it's already gone. Because we want this, we want the person. So we're kind of like manifesting, but also false manifesting. I haven't heard that just yet. Is there such thing as false manifesting? But let's say this is wishful thinking, false belief, or false hope. That's what I'm seeing in here. This person is aware that they're being wishful thinking about this. So they're kind of like trying to wake up in the reality that everything is over. And even if it feels good, even if the connection feels surreal, you don't have any choice but to kind of like move on with your life. You don't have any choice but to take a different path. Another thing that I'm getting from this person is that they want you to know that when they met you, they felt like God has given them some sort of a blessing in here. So it's almost like they see you as a blessing in their life. But at the same time, it's for temporary. It's for temporary. It's not something that they can keep for a lifetime. So it's, you know, it's kind of like a situation where something only appears in our life to kind of like remind us happiness, but at the end of the day, that person or that situation will fade, will be gone. So yeah. So this person is basically saying that you are a blessing that I can't keep in my life. You know, I'm kind of like getting someone who's maybe their past is not really good. Maybe their life is kind of like shitty in a way. Like maybe they don't have the best life. And at the same time, when they met you, you kind of like gave some type of warmth in this person's life. You kind of like changed the situation. Because, you know, I'm kind of like getting someone, how can I explain that? You know, they're in this very, I don't even know how to call that. I don't want to say cold. I don't want to say frozen. It's not that, but let's just say their life is not the best, okay? And it's almost like you're this angel and this guys that came into their life that just shift their world in so many different levels. So you are a life changer for this person, and they want you to know that. And at the same time, this one is the cliche one. You already know this, but this person wants you to know that they want renewal with you, they want to reconcile with you. But I'm also getting a different sense from this card, because they're basically saying that I want renewal with you, but I need to free you. I need to let you go. I need to forget about you. So yeah, so I'm kind of like getting someone who's saying goodbye in their minds, even though they're not really communicating with you. For some of you, if you have no communication with this person is having this farewell when it comes to this connection in order to start a new life without this connection. I'm trying to see if I can see anything else. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for your pile. Hopefully this helped, hopefully this resonated, although it's a very messy pile. So leave a comment down below if you think that resonates, and that'll be all. Bye! So, for those who chose pile number 4, the last pile, this is your reading. So what are they hiding versus what do they want you to know? So I'm going to be starting off with what are they hiding first, and then I'm going to proceed to what do they want you to know afterwards. So as you can see in here, this part in here is going to represent what are they hiding, and this part in here is going to represent your current situation with this person. So for the cards first, you got movement, choices, and decisions. True love. This love is once in a lifetime in reverse. You also got 5 of roses, the garden, the ace of wands, the chaser and codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. You also got love call, someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. You also got the 9 of cups or 9 of pentacles and the queen of cups in reverse. So I'm getting, for signs first, I'm getting water, so Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm also seeing earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be those signs, or a person could be those signs, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm going to be starting off with your current situation with this person first, because this situation in here is pretty interesting to me, okay? It's something very interesting and confusing to me at the same time, and you know, I would like to discuss this pile because I think I haven't gotten this pile for a while. I don't know, but I'm getting that the person, this is quite confusing to me, to be honest, so I hope this is going to resonate for people. But I do see that this connection with this person is just like, feels like a game to you, okay? Because I'm getting like a mind game going on in here. I'm getting like a chasing game, whether you are chasing this person physically or just energetically. I do see that there is a runner and a chaser in this connection, but the runner in here is not really running, but it's almost like a facade. What? First of all, I'm getting a lot of feminine energy in here, so I wouldn't be surprised if most of the males will pick this pile. But again, you don't have to be a male to kind of like pick this pile, because this can also be for females, but the energy is just so female-like in here. I feel like the person that you're asking is basically someone who's very good looking. I'm seeing someone like who gets a lot of attention, who gets, you know, who gets pursued by people. But at the same time, they're not really committing to those people. They're not really paying attention to those people.
Seriously, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm getting someone who's very independent. So whoever this person can be, because it could be you, it could be them, but there's this one person in here that is very good looking. If you are a narcissistic bitch in here, oh no, you can say that this is you. I'm just getting someone who's like a very empowered person, okay? They don't need a partner, they don't need love to be complete because they're complete on themselves, on their own. Pretty much one of the reasons why the other person really admires that about them. So the other person in here sees this, empowered person in here like out of reach. So there's a lot of mind games going on in here, even if both of you are not really wanting to create some type of mind game in here, because one person in here is just very invested in the connection, might be even expressing themselves. So for some of you, you could be in communication with this person just because you got the love call in here. It doesn't have to be, but I do see one person in here is very kind of like very real with their emotions, is trying to be expressive, is trying to be, is just very invested. And then there's this other person in here, which is the empowered person that is standing in their own ground, not being moved by any maybe words, like if the other person is trying to woo this empowered person in here. I hope you're getting what I mean, okay? Like, let's say the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is being kind of like pursued by the other person, but they're not really kind of like giving in. Because I'm getting in here that one person in here is expressive, is upfront, and then there's this Queen of Cups in here that is not really expressive, okay? There's this mystery surrounding this person. There's this, you just don't get what they are up to. You just don't understand how they really feel for the other person. Honestly, I would be honest, so it's not going to confuse the people in here. I feel like the chaser in here is the viewer. You're very into this person, right? But this person doesn't seem like they're into you. So you might be wondering, why are they not, expressing themselves? What's up with them? And you're just so curious, what are they hiding? I feel like the Queen of Cups in here, your person is not being truthful to you, okay? They're kind of like in this in denial energy in here. They might appear that they're distancing themselves from you, but the thing is, it's a facade. It's like an in denial energy in here, okay? So this person is not really being truthful about how they really feel, which is kind of unfair, because especially if one person in here is trying to be authentic, then the other person is not being authentic. It's just useless. So for some of you, it's not going to resonate for all of you. Maybe you have told your feelings for this person, you might have confessed, or you just did something to let them know that you do have feelings. But at the same time, what they did is they kind of like withdrawn themselves, okay? They have this habit of withdrawing themselves and distancing themselves and trying to appear that, oh, I don't have feelings for you, I don't care about you, you're nothing to me, even though you do mean to them. So I'm almost getting like someone who seems really stupid for chasing the other person, and then this person that you're asking about is just, enjoying and claiming all the glory. I don't feel like they're fooling around or playing with your heart. I don't feel like that. It's most likely because I feel like this person might have trust issues in here, or might have abandonment issues as well. That's why they prefer to be independent. They prefer to be not expressive about how they feel, because they know that some people can just be too cruel. Some people can just take advantage of you and just leave you behind. So maybe this person has a very bad past relationship experience, or they've experienced being betrayed or being deceived by people in the relationship, and they just trusted that person with all their heart. Whatever the case may be, this person has trust issues. They're very suspicious of every single people that comes in their way and who tries to pursue them. That's why they're not the type of person to kind of like give in a situation, especially in love, very easily. They're very wise, they're very smart, and they're very empowered as well.
Oh my god! Wow!
So, what are they hiding? Honestly, I do see that this person does feel attracted to you. If you feel like, oh, I'm out of this person's league or something because they're too good looking, they find you attractive as well. I do see that there is chemistry there. There is feelings there, okay? I would say there is feelings there. But at the same time, with movement in here, I'm almost kind of like getting this person is still indecisive about the connection, okay? That's why they're not really expressive. That's why they're not really giving in. They're hesitant. And it's not because they think negatively of you, but it's more likely they're just trying to be safe. They're just trying to be sure about something in here, because with the garden, I'm almost like getting someone who's studying someone. So this person might be... It may not be just you. It could be everyone that tries to pursue them. This person is just very observant of those people, okay? So this person is almost like, okay, let me figure this person out. Can they be trusted? Are they safe to be with? Are they safe to love? Will they be faithful to me or something? Before they can commit to that person. And when it comes to you though, I feel like this person is still hesitant to accept your offer. If you have offered something to this person, is still hesitant to express themselves, is also hesitant to kind of like choose this direction. They're kind of like figuring out if this direction with you is the right direction for them. So I suggest that you act very authentic with this person, okay? Which I feel like you're already doing, but this person is just like I'm getting like a detective vibe from this person, wherein they will observe the little things about people. It usually happens with people who has trust issues. They tend to be very doubting of other people. So this person is still doubtful of you in some way. So this person is still trying to learn more about you. And you may not know this. You may feel like they're not really paying you any single attention, even though they do pay you attention, okay? They may even stalk you on social media. They may even ask about you to other people that you have mutual friends with, whatever the case may be. This person is figuring you out. I feel like this person does want to start something with you and kind of like accept this connection. But at the same time, with a true love in reverse in here only indicates to me that this person, again, is hesitant to create something with someone. Because it might not last long. Because this person doesn't really like wasting their time on nonsense. I feel like this is the type of person that wants everything to be clear. And I also feel like this person is not the type of person to commit to someone for the sake of having a commitment with someone. If that makes sense. I don't feel like this person would, like, you know, even if this person has feelings for someone, they wouldn't really admit that they do have feelings for that person unless they know that that person is their true love.
Wow.
Unless they know that that person is the one that they're going to commit for a very long period of time. Because if they kind of like find out that that person is a bullshit or is not really worth it, they wouldn't even give them a chance at all. So do your best. Like, do your best to kind of like prove to this person that you're worthy of their attention. Because if you can't do that, well, I'm so sorry for you. I feel bad for you. But honestly, I do feel like you do have a chance with this person.
Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
This person does have. So let's see, what do they want you to know? Because I'm gonna spoil the what do they want you to know part, so I feel like I should just end this part now. Okay, so you got spiritual union, be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel in reverse. You also got the High Priestess and the Seven of Roses, the Journey in reverse. So this is pretty much very clear in here, where with Be Authentic in reverse and the High Priestess, which is really blending very well, this person wants you to know that what they are showing you right now is not true, okay? They're just faking it, they're just denying it, they're just trying to kind of like see what can you do about the situation if they kind of like push you away, okay? So they're kind of like testing you. I'm getting like a testing the waters in here. But yeah, with the High Priestess, this person is keeping a lot to themselves when it comes to the feelings. This person does feel a very deep connection with you, but at the same time, they're just keeping it in. They're not being real. And I'm kind of like getting that they might feel bad about this as well, that they have to act that they're not interested when in fact they are. That's kind of like hard for them because, like, you know, if someone is already kind of like making an effort in here to be with you and then you have to act as if you're not interested, that sucks, right? And I also feel bad for this person because this person has trust issues. So because of her or because of their trust issues, they don't really have any choice but to be distrusting of people. And yeah, so this person wants you to know that they do have feelings for you, okay? There's emotions there. But at the same time, they can't really tell this to you. They can't really send this message to you because they're scared of this tower moment that might happen. So that tower moment is like, you know, fearing that you're not the right person for them. Fearing that you will only hurt them in a way. Like intentionally hurting them. They don't want that to happen because they respect themselves. They know their worth, so they're also seeking for someone that will respect them. So this person is basically wanting you to know that although they may not be taking action, although they may not be showing these feelings that they have for you right now, they do feel a lot deep inside. They do feel the connection. They do feel your feelings as well. They can feel there's something really special between you and them. Yeah, there's also a laptop in here, so this person is gaining information about you, okay? This person is stalking you, so I suggest you kind of like delete your old photos with your ex or your old post about, you know, someone that you like, something about that, okay? You need to do some cleaning in here. If you want this person to trust you, you should do something to make yourself appear that you're safe to love. Because this person also has a really, really good intuition. I mean, it doesn't have to be for all of you that this person is stalking you. For some of you, they could be. But this person just has a very strong intuition, okay? They're observing you in some ways. Whether they're stalking you on social media or they're just observing your behavior. And also, it's not just because they're distrusting of you, but it's also because they're interested in you. That's why they're observing you. They want to know more about you. So yeah, so that's what I'm seeing for this whole reading. Hopefully this resonates. Hopefully this helped. Leave a comment down below if you think that resonates, and that will be all.